I'm 23 years old. I work in a disability company called CPS.
My name is Katelyn. I'm 24 years old. I have a vision impairment and hearing impairment as well.
SSI Employment Pilot Success Stories.
I volunteered to be part of the SSI Employment Pilot. It was to find the gaps within disability and employment within the NDIS, and in general anyone living with a disability.
I ended up volunteering for a number of years because my industry was very competitive and hard to get into. And I'm not quite sure whether the company felt that I wasn't the right fit because I stated that I had a disability, or whether I just wasn't the right fit for the role in general.
Sometimes it's a bit difficult because some people can't understand me.
He doesn't have a physical disability. Once he starts to speak and to engage, and they realise that there's something that is different about him. And also he found that going into some of those workplaces, the social groups were already formed and it was a little bit cliquey, so that was a little bit confronting for him as well.
Because sometimes people like me get anxiety.
Even something as simple as the travel training. How do you get into paid employment and try and be independent, but you can't get to the job?
So Blair had been in different types of employment and different types of funded employment that he wasn't coping well with. There was a change in his plan that we needed to make, so we did a full review, and his NDIS funding allowed him to have supports in employment.
I think we didn't expect that he would actually gain paid employment.
Because I want to try something different to get outdoors. Because normally I'm indoors all the time now because I'm like being outdoors.
Julie, my LAC, she's always been checking in on me and making sure I'm okay.
I recall her having some challenges and just connecting with her, letting her know different things that were available to her, giving her some advice and linking her to different services.
I've always had trouble hearing out of the stethoscope because of my hearing impairment, so it has been a bit challenging over the last few years. But since, I think about a year ago, I had the opportunity through job access to get an amplified stethoscope. So that's been very, empowering.
The pilot project was really good for Blair because it focused on what his skill set was and what he was able to do. Sometimes the positions that Blair was offered and the opportunities didn't go as planned, but that didn't deter them. They were incredibly flexible and just continued to work on trying to find a place that met his needs and that would make him happy.
Participating in the pilot project gave me confidence in other areas of my life.
One of my favourite things that Katelyn did bring me was to cancel her transport.
I've recently got my licence, so I'm able to drive by myself now, which is fantastic. And I think just with work, I've become more confident and more secure in my role. I've recently got a part-time job, so my job's gone from casual to part-time, which has been really good. It's made me feel really assured that I'm a part of my work team and my workplace.
I have socialising with people at work. Most of them, we joke around and we have lots together.
I feel like there's not enough representation of people with disabilities, in the workforce in general.
We need people and projects like this.
Anyone can do anything. It doesn't matter whether you have a disability or not. Everyone deserves an opportunity just like everyone else.
The opportunities that going out into the workforce has given him has really changed his life.
Putting out a job is you can go to get money and to get away from the house and be out and the world.
So I feel that I've gained my confidence, but I guess through that, I've carved out my own path to get to where I am today. There's no one path to get to your dream job. You can go about it different ways, you can do different courses, gain different experiences and just work your way up.
Delivering the NDIS in your community. SSI.org.au 1800 960 975. SSI LAC at ndis.gov.au.